Greetings, this is Bloodrill and welcome back to Let's Try Rosewater. Where last time we gave some guns to the native tribe, which might not be such a great idea. And we went to explore the place, the scientist, but we are missing some items, so I'm hoping we can find some here.
Professor Xander Coltit III. Good medicine for good people. I'm sure there's a lesson here about the laws of supply and demand. Some of these bottles are starting to collect dust. Special offer. Limited time only. 1 bottle for 5 crowns.
That's all I guess.
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The travesty?
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
Are you sure you don't mean revolutionary new medication?
That's what I said. So, do you want to hear about it or not?
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the wildly popular Coltit's emulsified soporific comes Coltit's miracle elixir, the finest, most elective tonic in
There we go.
Vespuccia.
Soporific.
Guaranteed to
It goes
treat and
time.
cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And for a special limited time, we're selling it for the treasonable price of just 5 crowns.
The developer's favorite word.
Sounds pretty miraculous, all right. What's in this elixir, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Daddy's the one who makes it. Oh, but I know he gets his secret ingredient from some lady named Ethel. He always talks about her when he makes a new batch.
5 crowns seems a bit pricey. How about I give you 2 instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
I'm not in the market for your elixir right now.
Okay. Come back when you change your mind.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way. Was that your doing?
No.
Oh, come on. You could tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no. Now stop asking.
Fine, jeez.
Look, kid, we're not born yesterday, townies. You can spare us the song and dance.
I'll leave her be. I think she's charming.
Thanks, mister. My daddy says that to get anywhere in this business, charm is financial.
I think you mean essential?
I know what I mean.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert when there's a town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stand out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Something tells me I have to buy this, but we'll wait. Can I go in there again? Probably not.
No handles. Must only open from the inside. Hey, guard!
What is it?
Did Captain Stokes come back here? We lost sight of him after the attack.
He's here. Don't think he's up to receiving anyone, though.
I found the flag Stokes was carrying out on patrol. Thought he might like it back.
It's very noble of you, miss. I'll make sure he gets it.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
I guess we don't need any more of it. Also, couldn't we say, that girl's father isn't he in there? I guess not. Is there anything else? Can I go back to the native? No. I can also not go back to the town. So... Damn. Let me find out what I'm missing and I'll pick you up afterwards. Alright, I didn't find anything else, so I guess we'll have to buy the
So,
elixir.
about that elixir.
See? Told you you'd change your mind.
All right, give me a bottle.
Yay! Thanks, ma'am. How about your friends? Want 2 more for them?
We'll share.
Oh, okay. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. And if we're gone by then, well, best of luck to you.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Alright.
Professor Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. Guaranteed to cure what ails you. I'm sure that's the case if what ails you is sobriety. Whew! That'll put hairs on your chest.
Fair enough. Back to the laboratory. I still don't see how this will help us drop that toolkit, whatever, down.
Looks like a toolbox.
Toolbox.
What's it doing all the way up there? Way too high for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else.
Yeah, there is no way. Maybe I can...
I'd prefer to keep the cloth dry.
No. I don't have anything else, unless I'm missing something.
I get the impression this is what powers everything in here.
We just need to get it running again somehow.
Indeed.
Let's see if this works.
Okay. That works, I guess. Weird. I thought we would need a tool for that. What do we have?
Looks like something chewed through it. No wonder the power's not getting through. This wire's all corroded. That muck's too solidified to wipe off. That should do it.
Okay. Solidified.
Let's put some of this elixir to good use.
I'm not sure that would work, but alright. That seems okay. Alright. We have power. It's alive and all that jazz.
Fantastic.
It's weird that it's so
Looks like Phil managed to
corroded
get the
and
door
stuff.
open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
Doesn't look that old. That's not good.
I'd say so, yes.
We are up and running.
Impressive.
This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow
I
intend
don't know what they
with
do.
such power?
What it does. Sorry.
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself.
How's it amazing?
Nice
I mean, it is
job getting the
amazing,
lights
but...
back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
They're adequately supplied. They should be well off for some time.
Well, I suppose we should see about.
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn. Looks like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please, make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
I want to check that door too.
Hail! Goodness, I wasn't expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
And just who might you be?
I am Paul Burkhart, emissary of the Luminarians.
The what now?
We are disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
Well, isn't this our lucky day? Can you tell us what you know about him?
If you seek enlightenment, we will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all return to the commune. We must not further defile the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all.
I want to check the door. Come on. How dare you?
Welcome to Crysalis, friends. Feel free to explore, converse with the residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
Well, that
What
was
an accommodating fella.
something.
This is all very strange. You all might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself. All right, let's see what we can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hand, shall
I wonder
we?
why they do that. They keep
Anybody
splitting up
asks,
the
our
party
interest is
at
purely
times.
academic.
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar.
Less characters
Just
to
withhold
interact
certain
with,
details.
perhaps.
We're interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
I know lying doesn't come natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
Make sure you don't break eye contact. Shifty eyes are a telltale sign of dishonest intent.
You seem to have a lot of experience in these matters.
Well,
I think sometimes the truth can do more harm than good. A lie can be a kindness.
Is that really what you believe?
If what someone doesn't know can't hurt them, why shatter their peace? Or bring trouble down on somebody else just for principle?
Dishonesty is disrespect. For others, for God, for oneself. For instance, I would never conceal the truth from a patient, no matter how grim the outlook.
Well, I won't argue with that. The body should know what they're up against. I don't lie to hurt people. Sometimes it's just the only way.
That's good to know, I guess. Your advice is appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
okay. I don't think we made a friend there. Also, there is a barrier now. On top. That's interesting. Did they have that before, or is it the one that we created? Alright, let's see. A makeshift town called Crysalis. Okay. Not a lot of info.
Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right. If the smell's anything
What is
to
a
go by, that
rostrum?
crate's full of fertilizer.
Haven't heard that word.
Not
Sounds
very
Latin, but
intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare. Certainly colorful. Seems like they're pretty self-sufficient here.
with what? They don't seem to be able to make any food.
They have an automated irrigation system. Pretty ingenious.
And they still can't make food.
Suppose that's where the animals are kept.
Alright, let us look around.
Quite the contraption. Is this breakfast?
It will be. I hope everyone likes it.
I think I saw this model in the latest Bulls Clearage Frontier catalog. Fancy.
These guys seem to have some money. All the equipment at least seem to be expensive and new.
Excuse me?
Ah, hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Leger.
My name is Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Crysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
That's nice.
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Crysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
We saw that, yes.
What's your story, Evan?
I guess
How
we need
did
to
you
help
join up
them
with these folks?
with that,
Well,
maybe.
like many of the others here, I was living in New Bretagne. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
Damn. So basically, in his grief, I guess he kinda lost it. Or he believes that, you know, I said that in the previous game too, like the ethericity stuff looked like bullshit, but there is something that works, so maybe not.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the wax anatomical models.
I mean, the guy killed your wife, dude.
But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead.
I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was, either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
Even if you believe that you'll ascend, transcend, whatever, into the ether and reunite, you should still be rather pissed at the guy that killed her.
The disaster that killed all those folk?
Please. That's what the ignorant...
This guy has issues.
Emissary Paul helped me to understand. Evocator Bennett showed the world the transcendence phenomenon. It wasn't a disaster. It was a miracle. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear. He transcended.
Again, you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
Oh.
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Leger, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to
So this is a
pass
cult,
into
basically.
the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy.
I mean, it was pretty
Spent
obvious, I'm
2
just
years
saying.
in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
My, that's quite imaginative.
Okay.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least.
Guess we need the wheel. For some reason.
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Hey now, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
I do not remember this guy. Is that the guy with the tinfoil hat?
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory.
I think
Then
so,
your
yeah.
friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
What's so special about this place that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Oh, so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try, but not on my watch.
So what brought you to Crysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy.
In general, he is.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No, nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
That's interesting because I thought the whole commune was about him. The Mr. Clark, Dr. Clark, whatever.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
This guy definitely doesn't like Dr. Clark.
Do you know any details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
I've underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Okay, religious fanatic.
Full of grain, by the look of it. Full of grain, by the...
I'm guessing we need that and that to make the crops when we figure out how. Maybe. Alright. Let's see.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Crysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
Okay, we'll be polite, I guess.
I agree. You've really managed to liven up this desert with some color.
Yes, that was my intent. I'm glad it comes across.
I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
8. Okay. Probably should write that down somewhere.
How did you end up here in Crysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We founded Crysalis here, close to the Evocator's laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether, the realm of the cosmos, home of the luminous ones. The barrier is very thin here. Can't you feel it?
There's definitely something in the air. Sacred number? What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the Evocator's writings, and Bennett himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
Okay.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Some people can have that effect.
It's very snarky.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Also, this is very Star
He's with the
Warsy.
luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
That thing. That reminds me a lot of Tatooine, stuff like that.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
This might be intentional.
But could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
Okay.
Something about that makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, it looks like the, atom bomb thing. Not that there was such a thing at that time, but the modern eye.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers. A reliable water supply is everything out here.
I still do not like how this animation is basically just it looks like a screen tearing.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
What hasn't he? This guy makes Jake seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Bretagne, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it
Yeah.
means he's dead.
Oh, that's too bad.
What's your impression of Crysalis?
Well, it's peculiar. Everybody's got a job to do, a way to help. Nobody's left out, and that's nice. But all this stuff about etheric beings? It sounds,
Crazy?
You said it, not me. Anyhow, I
Cultists.
wouldn't mind hanging around a while.
There is a black line here. Which is weird.
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah, you want to go right now?
Sure.
Yes, let's head over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Seems like a bad idea. Nothing can ricochet and hit anyone.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
What if it's empty?
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
I hope it was worth the trouble, then.
We needed a dial.
That was good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Crysalis. See you both later.
If I remember correctly, we use it over here. There we go. So 9, 2, 0, 7. That opened the door.
Phil, you might wanna... Move. Are you all right?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
Is it 8, 8, 8, 8?
It won't turn any further that way. It won't turn any... Not Clark's birthday. Good to know he wasn't quite so conceited.
It was worth a try, I guess. Damn, I don't have any other idea.
It won't...
The year?
Not Clark's birth year. Guess that would have been too obvious.
Okay. I like that the character knows what you are picking and why, and say comments on that. That's pretty cool.
TT-180. Must be this contraption's model number.
1.
It won't turn...
180, but what does TT stands for?
No good. I guess those dials...
Let's try some brute forcing. For this anyway.
No good. No good. No good. No good. I guess those dials... No good. No good.
No
good. No good.
I guess not.
No good.
Alright. We are missing something.
I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch.
Not sure who have seen any other numbers.
At least Clark did his testing on mannequins, not people.
As far as we know.
That is true.
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Any ideas what the code for the door might be?
It could be anything. Are you intending to guess it?
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't see any other way.
Might be with the artifacts.
Maria, that could take months. If what is behind that door is so important, then the code itself must be something meaningful to Clark. Maybe you can deduce it by learning more about him. I am certain those payasos at the commune will have plenty to share.
A bunch of Clark's things are collected at the commune, but one of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you seeking a distraction?
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens I do. I have had a look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme. What would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Well, I'll consider it.
That seems extreme.
Right, carry on.
Also, I want to get in here before we do
Looks
that.
like it's connected to...
And that wire...
At least Dr. Clark...
I will stay in here.
Okay, staying there. Let's go back to the commune.
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that she's the only one that comment. Okay.
All right then.
Well, that solves things. That she's the only one that commented on that. Fertilizer?
This had better work, Phil.
Still need to speak to that guy. Or listen, I guess.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today, on the 8-month anniversary? Because 1 is nothing special. 1 is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago,
Mart.
the luminous ones called Evocator Bennett up to join them in the luminiferous ether. In so doing, they showed us the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
I do not remember what this year is though. Will we write that down somewhere? I do not think so. Again, this is very peculiar. I hope we get an answer for this. Maybe the newspaper. No, the later.
October 25th, 1850.
1850.
Dear Miss Leger, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possible. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward.
I'm guessing it's 51 or something. 47 is when that happened.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope that upon hearing news of the
February
reactionary
12th.
ignorant ban our leaders have seen fit to impose, my thoughts went to you and your thankless labors in the wilderness. When they hounded you out after the expo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leroy's cronies sabotaged you after it, one day with warm regard. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still
That doesn't help me. That seemed like it should have helped me, but not really.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
If you had to pick a 4-digit number sequence that was easy to remember, what would you pick?
Suppose it'd be something important? A date, maybe? Or a memorable year? Never really thought about it.
I'll leave you to the...
Maybe it's the date of the accident. June 9th. Oh, I forgot. US does the numbers wrong. So personally, if I wanted to say a code for June 9th, I would put 96 and then let's say 47. But for the US it would be 6947. Because you are all weird. You have to be special snowflakes about everything. That might be it.
Could we have a word in private, Jake?
Sure. What's on your mind?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
I got a theoretical question for you.
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly. If you get my meaning.
Jesus.
Not something one forgets easily.
Right. I think I've found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Oh, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
The very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Alright. We'll make one more try. Actually, let's finish speaking with everyone. And then we'll make one more try.
Hello again.
Miss Leger.
Your friend over there refuses to let me in to see Clark's artifacts.
Yes, Samuel is quite a stickler for the rules. Sometimes I think he lets his duties as the emissary's assistant get to his head.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
Any ideas as to how to get that fellow over there away from his post?
And maintain eye contact?
I'm
Funny.
afraid this situation's a bit more complicated than that. Still good advice, though. I'll leave you to your conversation. I'll have this handle off in a jiff.
Okay. What the hell I'm gonna do with that? Probably a plunger.
Formerly used to pull away. I've got more important concerns right now.
Alright, I guess we'll have 2 of the items he wants. Accelerant could be that too. Maybe I have everything. Still not sure that's a great plan though. Let me try a couple of codes and we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's see. Video of the accident, I guess.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
6, 9, 47. Try 9, 6.
No good. I guess.
Damn. Okay. 2.
No good.
No. Alright. Let me figure it out, I guess, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, the answer is... 2 years before now, which is when the guy came in here, which I couldn't figure out, so I googled it, because that's how it goes these days.
No good. I guess.
Or I did it wrong. There we go.
Fantastic.
Nicely done.
I thought the other numbers were more
shall we?
important than when he came here, but you would think that the day of the accident would be actually what was important, but maybe not. Well, for sure not. For the game anyway, what the... Okay.
Santo cielo.
What in the ether happened in here?
I do not know, but I am not going in any further.
These mannequins are disturbingly lifelike. This one's posed like it's reaching for something.
Clark's research involved playing
That
with
guy
life
had
size
issues,
dolls. Que
Clark.
locura.
He might have been trying to maybe take the people from the ether that he killed and put them into his bodies.
This one's just staring
I
at his
don't know.
buddy. This pumpkin is thriving, despite being sealed in here with no water or sunlight.
There is something very unnatural about all this.
This could help with all the issues they have.
Ripe and juicy tomatoes. How can they grow without any soil?
Easy. Devilry.
These squashes look healthy.
Yeah, with growing things.
That mannequin's head fell over here and has been wrapped up by a tomato vine. This might be of interest to our friends in Crysalis. Ripe and juicy tomatoes. Completely overgrown.
Probably for the best.
Alright, is there anything else?
Some huge green bean pods.
Wow, this is basically... They need to come here and learn how this happened. Probably from this.
I've never seen anything like that before. Have you?
Nope. And I never want to see anything like it again.
Alright, let's go.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Right?
I don't want distraction yet because I want to try, you know, the peaceful method first.
I will stay in here.
So let's go give the artifact, I guess, to that guy. Can I get the tomatoes out of it?
This is easily.
I don't think so.
I've got more important. Have a look at this.
What? Where did this come from?
Clark's lab. His test room, to be precise.
You were able to get inside?
Sure was. It was full of plants and all kinds of weird equipment. The ethericity seems to have boosted the growth of the seeds somehow. It's like a jungle in there.
I cannot condone your reckless disregard for the sanctity of the laboratory. But I also cannot deny the importance of this discovery. I must alert Emissary Paul immediately.
Alright. Now we can get in there.
Don't you dare.
Time limits.
Guess it's.
Or you can load, you know? There is that option. I'll be right back. Alrighty. I found it, but... As I said...
Don't you dare try any more trickery, or Emissary Paul will hear of it.
At least I found what I was looking for.
Alright. I guess this is a good place to end the video. We'll continue next time, read the diary, and see what there is to see. For now, thank you for watching. As usually, feel free to leave a comment if you want to, subscribe if you haven't. Press the like button. I'll see you next time with more. Bye-bye.